Alright, I'm going to make a fish measuring board. I was going to go buy one, but they're friggin' expensive. And I'm like, nah, I don't really care that much. I don't tournament fish, so I don't need one that's like, you know, tournament approved or anything. So what I did is I went to Home Depot and got myself a piece of 4-inch PVC pipe and a 4-inch end cap that goes on there. And I'm going to glue this on the end. But first I'm going to cut this. The sticker that I have is from Rapala. It's a 36-inch adhesive fish ruler. I got it on Amazon. It was about $4, maybe and some change with tax, and shipped to my door. I'll leave a link below on the link that I bought it from. And it's 36 inches long, so I'm going to measure maybe 38 inches, so give myself a little bit of extra. Actually, I'll cut it at 40. I can always cut it down later. So I measured out 40 inches there. And then to cut a straight line through this, I don't have a chop saw that will just cut a straight line. I'm going to have to cut it with a handsaw. But I do have this piece of sandpaper, but you could use any kind of a strip that, you know, is the same width. So if I wrap this around and I get my ends to line up tight, it should draw a pretty straight line across the whole thing. We'll see how that works though. Do I have the straight side? Yeah, the straight side. So, alright, since that is lining up, I know it's on there square. And then I will just trace a line all the way around. So, or there's probably a tube cutter or something that cuts these straight like that. But piece of 4-inch pipe, all I got is a handsaw and that. But that seemed to work pretty good. It looks pretty straight to me. I'll cut that off. I'm use a hacksaw. I think it leaves a little bit better of a cut than like a wood saw on PVC. So here we go. I'm going to try to keep it on as straight line as I can. We shall see how this goes. So, keep straight. That's my line looking over there. It looks alright to me. Oh, this thing is heavy. Yeah, what a... Not too bad. Looks like it followed my line pretty closely all the way around. We'll get that cleaned up with a little file. Block of sandpaper, get it all smooth. Alright, I've got the glue out and ready. I use, oh, let me get it open. Ah, there it is. I use this Christie's Red Hot Blue Glue for PVC. It doesn't require any primer or anything. It's pretty quick and easy. Pretty nasty stuff, so make sure you guys got some ventilation. And then I always like to mark. See how the cap fits on? Yeah, cap fits on nice and snug. I'm going to mark it with my pencil so I know how. I don't want to put glue on this because I don't want it to look bad, and it kind of weakens the PVC a little bit because it really burns in. So now I know I can put glue on all of this area. I'm going to put it on the inside too, and then I will weld that on. Nice thin layer all the way around. Doesn't have to be much. I mean, there's not a lot of space between those two pieces, so the more you put on, the more it's just going to squeeze out. Gotta go fast. This stuff starts to get a little dry. So now I'm going to do the inside of the cap. Hopefully it's not too zoomed in for you guys, but oh, it dropped on my concrete. So we'll get that up in there. Alright, good enough. We're not actually putting any pressure or water in this thing. It's just to do the end. So give it a little twist at the end, make sure it all goes in there smooth. Done! Alright, so I've got my end cap. And what I did was I used a compass and I figured out what 1/3 is all the way around, which is really just a perfect triangle. So if you can find a perfect triangle, however you guys want to do it, and then all you got to do is mark your little ends. Let me get my Sharpie. Put a mark everywhere that the points meet. So one there, one there. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just, because if I cut this directly in half, the dish would be so small that, you know, bigger, flatter fish wouldn't really fit in there. But if my dish is only this big, then, you know, I could fit, you know, a larger bass in there, and it'll sit down in the bottom better. So now I will get my ruler and connect those lines at the end so you guys can see what's going on. I'm not sure how I'm going to cut this on the end, so I'm just putting these lines here for reference. But I will probably end up like just cutting like I just drew there. Maybe I'll get something round and do it like that. You know, something like that. So that I have more room for their little noses to rest against. Or maybe, yeah, something, I don't know. We'll see how I get it done. So right now that's about what it's going to look like. Pretty ugly. Anyways, alright, right here we have a door jamb. Any door jamb should work as long as it's square. I'm going to use the inside here. But if I put this piece of pipe up against that square like that and rotate till my pen touches the line that I've already marked out, I should be able to push my line straight down the edge here and just draw a straight line all the way down the end of this pipe. Just like that, and that's how you get a straight line down a pipe. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to use my jigsaw to cut this line. We'll see how that goes. My line's a little fat down here, so I'm trying to figure out where to go. Just like that. That worked pretty slick. It's got a little walk to it, but we'll see how it goes. Now I'm going to turn it over, cut it one more time. And that'll give me one board. And if I cut that one in half, that'll give me 2 or 3 boards total. So one more time here. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that work. Alright, so if you look at this end, we've got 3 boards. Now all I gotta do is connect those cuts on this end. I'll probably just take the same saw, that gap I've already cut, and just meet all the cuts up at the middle. There's 1, and there's 3. Actually, I kind of like them. I'll probably just end up rounding that off, cleaning it up, and calling it good. Alright, I'm going to end up making a sanding block out of a belt for my belt sander. I'm going to cut it right on the seam. Yeah. Just like that. Oh, that worked out perfect. And I'm going to staple the ends. this end tight. And do it again. Alright, now I got a pretty good sanding block. Nice and flat. Just that easy. That was just a piece of scrap pine I had in that belt like you saw. And now I can just run it down this edge, take all the corners and skunk off. Spend some time doing this because it should last quite a while. If it doesn't, they're cheap to make. If I lose it in the lake, I won't feel like I'm out a ton of money or time. Alrighty. Now for this end, definitely want to take that high peak off. It's pretty rough sandpaper. You could go a little smoother or buff it out if you'd like. Alright, now I'm going to clean the inside with some alcohol. Alright, got my rubbing alcohol and a paper towel. Get a little bit on there. Probably don't need too much. I probably put way too much on there. And just wash out the entire inside. See, it's already got dirt on it. Even this brand new piece of PVC, you know, just me messing with stuff and being in a dusty warehouse and manufacturing plant. So get that all wiped out, dry it out, and then let it evaporate all that alcohol off of there. It'll only take a minute or two. We should be ready to stick our sticker down. Oh, it's got a little bit of extra on here, so I'm going to cut that off with a razor knife so that it can set exactly at 0 inches right down in the corner. Okie dokie, got a razor knife, straight edge. I'll line those two up. Whoop. Cut that off right at the 0 mark. So we get an accurate measurement of our fish. Hey, you guys should probably use a sharp blade. The trick for laying out stickers and vinyl decals and things like that, to lay it out with the backing on and then tape it down where you want it. So, you know, I don't want this on here cockeyed like that or with a bunch of bubbles in it or any of that stuff. And then put yourself down a piece of tape somewhere in the center. Whoop, make sure it's still where you want it to be. And then stick that down. Do it on both sides. Now, see, the backing is still on, but what I can do is I can lift this up and I can peel the sticker off and pull it back like this. Get my scissors and just cut off some of this. And now when I go to lay this back down, I know it should be exactly where I want it. Laying this in this little cubby hole like this is going to be tricky city. And you just want to start at one end, hold this end up, and work down so you're not getting any air bubbles trapped in there. Seems to be going on smooth. If you have to stretch it or manipulate it a little bit, don't go crazy, because this is, I mean, it is a measuring tape. You don't want to stretch out your vinyl so that your inches are too big. Get yourself a ticket someday. Come on, keep this end up, work your way down. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. I'm not sure if let me get my razor. Give me a pencil to get it back up. Here's where one of the seams was, so you want to work that crease out. Any air bubbles, you want to work them out. Now you don't have to go, you know, work them out 5 inches or anything. one side to the next. It's going down really easy, so I'm not having to finagle it or heat it or doing weirdness. It's turning out nice. Hopefully it lands where I originally laid it out. Hopefully this is in frame too. There we go. Oh yeah, right in the corner. Alright, and now that you've already got this stuck down, you can pull your tape off. You don't need that anymore. And you do exactly the same thing you just did, but with this side. Pull this sticker off. And then just start working it down from this end. A lot of pressure on these seams for it's folded. So you gotta start working on this someday. Put a little trap in there. See if I can work out the edge. Now you can hold it. Gotta look here out. Hold it there, poke it. Remember, try to keep this end kind of pulled up. Not too far. If you've got it like this and you're trying to push it down, you'll get too much stress built in the vinyl. I used to put vinyl graphics on cars, so putting vinyl around curves is not that easy, but it can be done. Alright. There, just like that. Just laid down there. Look at that. That is like professional grade measuring board. What do you think? Alright guys, go make yourself one. Show me the video. Alright, talk to you later.